Hi everyone. So today we are going to talk about the string is a palindrome or not. So in Java program. So our goal is to determine given string is a palindrome or not. So palindrome means a palindrome which reads the same from the backward as the forward. So suppose example like a race call. So how we are going to use this palindrome concept in the automation testing. So using the Java plus LLM. So where we can verify the input validations for the palindrome checks in the web forms and validate the symmetric user inputs or reverse text creatures, and also useful for the texting UI elements that depend on the string manipulations. So let us see the how we are going to write down the logic of the code for the palindrome. So I'm going to break down the logic like step by step. So with the help of our tree diagram for better understanding. So in step 1, I'm going to initialize an empty string to hold the reversed input. So now I am creating a newly empty string called palin to store the characters in the reverse order. So this variable acts like a bucket where I will keep adding the characters one by one from the end of the original string. So suppose I am taking the input string, like input string is like a race car. So I'm going to store it in the string and the input variable like race car. So when I am going to initialize, so I'm going to show that all the create a new empty string called palin. So to store the characters in the reverse order. So in the step 2, I'm going to traverse the input string backward using the for loop. So I'm starting from the last character of the input string like index length -1 and moving towards the first character index 0. So at each step, I take the current character and append into the palin. So this process effectively reverses the string. So if you observe this diagram, so we're reversing a string. So my input string is like a race car, and when I do the loop, so loop I from length -1 down to 0. So here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 minus 1, 5, like so it will move back like palin equals to plus or equals to r and move on like I equals to 5 a. So a and palin equals to r plus a. So likewise the process will continues, and palin after loop it will print the output like a race car. So in step 3, I am going to compare the reversed string with the original input. So both are a palindrome or not. So now I compare the palin string with the original input, and if both strings are exactly the same, so then the input is a palindrome. Otherwise, it is not a palindrome. So in step 3, where I am going to compare the decision, so like palin equals to the input. So if it is yes, so it will print it is an palindrome. So race car is a palindrome. If it is no, it will print race car is not a palindrome. So this how the comparison we will see the decisions like yes and no. And if you observe the some sample use cases like where we use the input like race car is a palindrome, and hello it is not a palindrome, and madam it is a palindrome. Java it is not a palindrome, and level is a palindrome. So you can note it like a string concatenation like palin plus or equals to, like inside the loops can be inefficient. So use string builder would be the more performant for the longer strings. So this palindrome checks is the case sensitive like race car and race car are different. So assume the input contains no spaces or special characters, and good for the small strings and simple for the learning examples. So suppose we take the basic palindrome. So I have given main method, and I have taken the input string as a race car, and now I have stored the this race car into the palindrome in the which are going to build the reverse version. So for that I am going to use the for loop, so which travels the input string backward and build the reverse string. So I am going to take for loop, and for int I input dot length -1 I greater than or equals to 0 I minus and palin plus or equals to input dot caret append characters to the position I to the palin. And step 3, compare the reversed string with the original input. If palin dot equals to input, system dot out dot println. So palin equals to else system dot out dot palin equals to not palindrome. So now I'm going to run the code. So it will print the output like race car is a palindrome.